So why not post another video about the first time I did something? So a lot of people keep asking me about the first time that I smoked weed. Shit was great. So the first time that I ever smoked weed, I was with my girl B. We was at her house and she bought mad weed. Like she probably bought 1/4 of an ounce just for me and her. And we ended up making weed brownies in her kitchen. And then we ended up going on a blunt ride. Now, I didn't smoke any of the weed when we were making the brownies. I didn't eat any of the fucking weed brownie. I ended up going straight into the car and we picked up a couple people and we rode around and we ended up parking at Stop and Shop and smoking this blunt. Now, when we are smoking this motherfucking blunt, it is just like coming to me a lot, you know, because it's like 6 people in the car, which is crazy to me. There's 6 motherfuckers. That's how high I was. It was 4 niggas. It was 4 people in the car. It was me, my girl B, and these 2 other chicks, and we were passing around. And I'm telling you, I got the weed more than anybody else in the whole car. And I never smoked before. And I think that's probably why, because a lot of them were telling me I wasn't going to feel it. You know, you're not going to feel anything. Like, just smoke as much as you can, see what happens. And when we were finally done smoking the blunt, homegirl unlocked the doors. Why the fuck did I open up the door and fall backwards out the fucking car and just laid in the parking lot for dumb long? Like, I laid in the parking lot for so long. And it was dark out and no one cared. Like, they were all having a conversation in the car. I'm just laying outside the car. Why? Why was that happening? And it was a mess. It was a whole fucking mess. But that's what the fuck it was. And then someone had the bright idea to go inside of the Stop and Shop. And for some reason, when I get excessively fucked up, and that usually goes for just drinking. I never been so high that I did this shit. But when I get so fucked up, my perception of payment is fucked up. My perception of paying for goods and services ain't really there. So when I went into the store, I'm looking around. I go straight to the motherfucking bakery, start opening up all these plastic boxes and just start grubbing. And when I'm telling you I'm grubbing, I mean like someone could have just been standing there watching me. I was like, what? It was a mess. And nobody was following me. That's the thing. Like, all my girls, like, they went somewhere else, so I'm by myself. And one of my good friends who worked at Stop and Shop ended up seeing me. He was like, Tati, for real? That's, like, the first shit he said to me. Like, I'll never forget that shit. Because I was, like, balls deep in a fucking croissant. And this nigga was like, bitch, did you pay for that? I was like, no. And he was just, like, looking at the devastation. Because I clearly was grubbing, like, extra hard. So he was just like, all right. He's like, I'm going to pay for this, but you need to fucking leave. And I was like, why? He goes, because he's like, something's wrong with your eyes, bitch. Like, he's like, something's wrong with you. Like, he thought I was sick. Like, deadass. I was telling him some shit like, oh, I think I took my dog's medicine by accident. And this nigga was like, I think you did it, bitch. I really think you did take your dog's medicine. I was like, I don't know. I can't confirm that. And he's just like, well, first, bitch, like, let me tell you about your eyes. Them shit's looking googly as fuck. Like, what is wrong with you? So he pretty much just read me right there and was like, all right, bitch, please get yourself out of this motherfucking place. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna leave. So when I was leaving, I realized I still had like my portion of the weed brownies in my bag. And so I'm grubbing in the car, waiting for everybody. And then I start freaking out because I'm like, hold up. If I'm already fucked up from that blunt, why am I eating these fucking brownies? Because the brownies were way more potent than the blunt because she dumped she dumped majority of the weed in the brownies. So I was like, oh my God. I started freaking out. And they came out the store. I was like, please just take me home. You know, like, I don't want to say anything stupid. I don't want to do any more stupid shit. I just want to go home. So I went home, put the brownies in the microwave, and went to sleep. Now, the next part of the story came from another perspective because as I was sleeping, my good friend's mom, who I was staying with my good friend at the time, and her mother woke up in the middle of the night from doing a shift and was like, damn, I'm hungry. So she goes in the microwave and finds a whole stack of brownies, like a stack, you dig? This bitch takes half of them and puts them on a plate with some ice cream and shit. This is what she's telling me. And when I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I wake up to this bitch cooking bacon and frying fish. I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, you know, she's like, I can't explain it. I can't sleep right now. What's going on with me? And I didn't have the heart to tell her, like, bitch, you've been drugged. But I was just like, you're greedy as fuck for taking my fucking brownies, bitch. Did you fucking ask? You didn't.